A volcanic eruption in Indonesia has sent thick clouds of hot ash soaring into the air and racing along the valley floors. Officials say more than 300 people were evacuated from villages near Mount Semeru in Java, the world's most populous island. Local media have also reported that authorities are struggling to reach around 200 people stranded at a monitoring post on the mountain. The spokesperson said the people are currently safe as the post is not in the path of the hot ash clouds. With the busy holiday travel season fast approaching, Australia's major airports have launched a nationwide campaign to help passengers spot and report possible signs of human trafficking. The group A21 says the purpose of its Can You See Me campaign is to help the public recognise potential warning signs and indicators of trafficking and then report suspected instances. The group hopes that more awareness of that issue will lead to an increase in reports and more victims being identified and rescued. I want to go live to Sydney now and welcome Blake Loney, the A21 Australian Mobilisation Coordinator. Great to have you with us.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
So, Blake, the Epstein case brought renewed attention to how trafficking networks operate in plain sight. Just how widespread is human trafficking today, and what trends are you seeing in the Asia-Pacific region?
Yeah, great question. Well, the reality is that human trafficking and modern slavery takes place all across the globe. There's no place that is immune. And the best estimates that we have at the moment through the Global Slavery Index, so that they're estimated to be 49.6 million people enslaved across the globe today. And within our region, in the Asia Pacific region, it's estimated to be 2/3 of those victims are here. And so it's really important to be raising awareness about this issue and what it looks like on the ground.
Absolutely. And for those unfamiliar, can you explain the Can You See Me campaign and how it's expanding globally, including the rollout at another major Australian airport? Places where it's often crowded and chaotic and a critical point of trafficking, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So our Can You See Me campaign has been launched with an aim to educate and equip the public with information on the signs and indicators to look out for, because the reality is we can all come into contact with a potential victim in our day-to-day lives. And so the Can You See Me campaign has been rolled out in a number of countries across the globe, reaching more than 3 billion people with awareness through the billboards and videos that have been created. And we were able to launch this last year here in Australia, with Melbourne and Sydney airports jumping on board to run a month-long campaign. And yeah, exciting that we've been able to bring that again this year, with Perth Airport also joining on to this campaign.
Yeah, it's great to see it expanding, especially in light of the recent data, which suggests that the Australian Federal Police have, seen reports of trafficking double in the last 5 years. What's driving that increase, and what role does A21 play when a survivor is identified and rescued?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there are a number of reasons why that number can be increasing. One is increased awareness about human trafficking, more people knowing the signs and indicators to look out for and making a report. Of course, in terms of the growth of exploitation and human trafficking across the globe, in the last 6 years or so, it grew to 49.6 million from 41 million. So we are seeing that growth, but yeah, new ways of people understanding what human trafficking is, what to look out for. And so in Australia, our focus is on prevention, awareness and education, helping people to be able to identify and respond to human trafficking, so that the more reports that come through, the more it can paint a picture for law enforcement and agencies on the ground to be able to respond to instances of trafficking and receive the support for victims.
And of course, Blake, holiday travel is one of the busiest times of the year, a high risk period for human trafficking. So if a traveller does notice suspicious behaviour, what should they look out for, and what should they do immediately?
Yeah, great question. So there are a number of signs and indicators that people can be looking out for, specifically within airport settings. So such as someone traveling with a companion that they don't speak the same language, or they're overly fearful or submissive to the person that they're traveling with. They're not in control of their identification documents. Someone is communicating on their behalf, and there seems to be that control element taking place, as well as not being in the appropriate clothing for the travel route and destination where they're going. So these are just some of the signs and indicators that people can be looking out for. And as part of the Can You See Me campaign, we have billboards, hundreds of billboards across these 3 major airports that have a QR code to our website where more of those signs and indicators are displayed. But we're encouraging people to report any concerns, anything that they see, to the Australian Federal Police, who are the national investigative body of human trafficking cases in Australia, because one report combined with another can help to paint a picture and see the potential rescue of a victim.
Excellent work and such a great campaign. Blake Loney, thanks so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.